was a great job. I've been announcing for 11 years, and I have yet to see somebody pull off things that most of us all know out there. So, congratulations, Atlanta Rabbits. You were played the right segment for the Super Song played by the high school Gladewater High School marching band. You will please remain standing as we honor our nation and our flag and remember our troops stationed around the world with the playing of our national anthem by the Gladewater High School marching band. After being at the third and fourth on the right, he's going to be one. Number 11, Cy Schroeder, as well as number 65, Tyler Walden, number 33, Keaton Kennedy, 32, correction, Keaton Kennedy. And for the Gladewater Bears, number 10, Mason Julio, number 11, Luke Brown, and number 21, Carson Cooper, as well as teammate number 53, Mason Thompson. There's your kick off. You're not running the other seat. We'll be right away. This is something. Number 6. Also, at number 12.
Good evening. Welcome to tonight's contest on a great evening for football between the Atlanta Rabbits and the Gladewater Bears. We just having the first play. They've already kicked off, and it looks like we've got a running play by the Rabbits, and it's going to be about a 4 or 5 yard gain. They're going to mark that ball on the Gladewater 45. So that's going to be a 4 yard gain, bring up a 2nd and 6. So got Avon and I here tonight. Again, a great evening, nice and cool. We've had some showers this week, take away some of that dust and dryness. Atlanta is in their formation, quarterback set deep. Oh, and a good breakup there by number 21 for the Bears. That is Carson Cooper. So good breakup on that pass. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Atlanta's in a formation with 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen, 1 wide receiver at the bottom, 1 back and a quarterback, both set deep. And
while they're in the huddle, Sam, under, we do not cameras. Hopefully,
all right, so there's
Bears are all over him, Sam.
Running play there that is a loss of probably, I'm going to say 6 or 7 yards. It's gonna bring up, not as bad as I thought. It's going to bring up a 4th and 11 from the their own Rabbits' own 49 yard line. They're in a punt formation. And we do not have a roster for Atlanta at this time, so I can give you numbers if we have any Atlanta fans tuned in, but we don't have a roster for them at this point. We're working on trying to get one. So the kick is going to roll, take a
oh my goodness.
Oh, and it rolls into the end zone. Number 11, it looked like for Atlanta, was very close to killing the ball on the 1 or 2 yard line, but he couldn't quite get there. The ball was bouncing and rolling and kind of curved away from him. And
the time score is 10 minutes and 36.
So Bears will take over on the 20-yard line, their own 20, ball in the middle of the field, and it'll be their first offensive play. So Atlanta goes 3 and out on the first series that they have. And Gladewater takes over, like Avon said, with 10:36 left in this quarter.
Sam, this is our last home game. This is senior night.
It is senior night for the Bears. So in the I formation, they pitch it to the slot back, or actually the wing back, and he makes it. I think he maybe gained a yard, Avon, but they were in the I formation with a tight wing, and the wing back got the ball on a reverse, a misdirection play, and Atlanta had stayed home. Number 1 is the cornerback out here, and also number 11 for Atlanta. And so they made a stop on that play. Gladewater still in the I formation. Quarterback under center, takes the snap, hands it to the tailback, Carson Cooper.
Taking some yardage.
And
That's going to
Cooper,
look like a first down, Sam.
I believe he made it by a yard,
Move
Avon.
the chains.
So he did make that first down to the 30, just over the 30, right on the 30, I guess. Well,
Oh, nope,
Nope.
they're not saying move the chains.
they moved
I
him,
think
and
it's
then
1 yard. Yep, they say it's 1 yard shy.
Yeah, so it's third. They did. They started moving him and then moved him
did.
back.
The
So it
ref
is
took a
just
step.
shy of the 30 on the 29. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Again, another I formation. Quarterback takes a snap, gives it to the fullback on the.
I believe that's going to be a move the chains.
That one for sure is move those chains. So he made it. He made 2 yards, so made the first down by a yard. And they are slowly moving the chains.
No race. You know, Sam, we've got great weather for those sitting at home. Be enjoying it here. It's 71 degrees. Very nice.
I looked before I left, and at 9 o'clock, it's supposed to be 69 degrees. So
Wonderful.
good night for football. So there's another snap, handoff to the tailback, and he picks up a couple of yards, Avon.
We've yet to see a pass. You know, that's one of those things that I've heard some other people talk about. People that graduated from Gladewater, they were like, well, you remember whenever Houston showed up, we became an airball game.
Well, that's partially true, but not totally, because the last time that when I was coaching that Coach Murphy got in the playoffs, Jeff Freeman was our quarterback, and we threw 20 or 25 times a game out of the split back veer. So we knew how to throw it too.
Nice.
So there's a bootleg by Luke Brown, and the pass is incomplete. Number 11 for Atlanta hit the Gladewater Bears, number 17, Sean Burke, and that pass was incomplete.
I'm going to have to borrow your vision, if you don't mind.
Oh, you need my
I need
my
the
long
extended.
distance eyes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got you. All right, there you
Way I
go.
can get a little bit better at the.
So we are at a 3rd and 8 on the 33-yard line. Bears this time have 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 up top. Deep snap, set up the screen to Cooper, and the Rabbits do a good job of sniffing that out. It's a small gain. It's going to be up to the 37, I believe, is where they're going to spot that
We
ball.
both got some heavy defense here tonight. That's 4th down now for the Bears. You
Yes.
expect them to do a punt? They're gonna
Well,
go for it.
it's going to be 4th and 4. And so they're in a punt formation. I would say early in the game, on their own 36-yard line, 37-yard
go.
line, we better punt that ball.
Oh, high snap. Oh, my goodness. Tried for something.
Well, I don't think that was a called fake. I think the high snap, by the time he caught
Threw him
it,
off.
there was people on him. So it's the same effect as going on 4th down and not making it. But I don't think it was a design play. And that ball now is going to be on the 32.
7 minutes and 56 seconds left to play.
And no timeouts called, so each team still has their 3 timeouts. Bear defense on the field. Rabbit offense coming out. I see number 66, starting lineman. Quarterback is number 0. I'm sorry. He is yeah, he's the quarterback. Number one's the running back. He hands it to him right up the
Does number
middle.
one.
He's got
He's
some
got
daylight,
some moves,
Avon.
but number 34 of the Bears would not let him go.
So 34
Dion Patton.
on that stop, and number 22 on that stop.
Trevion Watts.
So Rabbits have a first down, and they were on the 32. They are now on the, looks like the 13-yard line. So 1st and 10. They're in a spread formation, 3 wide receivers top, and it's the
Off
same
to him
play.
again. Yes,
Number
sir.
1 carrying the ball. He's running tough. He's got a host of Bears on him.
Got Bear number 10, Bear number 7. 10 is Mason Boudreaux. 7, Landon Porter.
So a good stop there. That's a gain of 4, Avon. So 2nd and 6, just inside the 10 on the 9-yard line.
7 minutes and 5 seconds.
So just calling Atlanta numbers. Number 7, 3, and 5 are your wide receivers at the top. Same
Quarterback
formation.
number Zuner.
And he's
Quick
throwing.
pass.
And he's
Number 7.
completed to number 7, and he's tackled. I see Carson Cooper there, number 21, and the others.
Number 7, Landon Porter.
So that is a pickup of a couple more yards, still shy of a first down. Ball is just inside the 7-yard line.
Makes it the 3rd down. I feel bad for the people out there watching because our little screen isn't showing up. I may have to reboot that show for some.
Are you talking about the scoreboard part?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait till halftime.
Okay.
Got a big break. We're into the first
So
quarter.
motion. Quarterback keeps it.
Nope, that wasn't the quarterback. That was number 7.
Oh, 7, yes.
Something just happened. I think the Bears got the ball. I missed it. I don't know if YouTube, you guys can rewind and look. I think he lost the ball.
Looks like nobody's switching out, though.
Nope. Must have had a knee down. 6 minutes and 2 seconds
ball,
left in the first quarter.
Ball is just inside the 1, and that is a
first down.
First down. First and goal from the 1. Actually, a little less than the 1.
Yeah.
About the half-yard line. So
same play. That number 7, the quarterback was 0.
And he's just going to run it. He's in the pistol formation, and he's going to try to run it in.
Oh, he's not going to make it. Looks like we got Bears holding him up. Oh. Oh, they pushed him in.
Did they? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I thought the whistle blew, but it didn't. So they got.
So is that a new thing? I think we talked about that before.
Well, yeah, it is kind of a new thing, the push. And so
they're
they got the
we were doing.
push. So now they are lined up. If we don't cover them, they're going to snap it and go for 2. If not, they'll move and kick the ball for 1. So we're covered them. Nobody's snapping the ball. Now the Rabbits go over into their extra point formation.
They've got kicker number 3. Again, we do not have a roster at the moment for the Rabbits.
That ball is up and good. So with 5:28 left in the first quarter, Rabbits lead 7-0.
Let me go reboot that camera. You're still going to be live, Sam.
Okay. All right, so y'all got to just listen to me now. You can't hear Avon because he's doing the stuff I can't do. If he had me on the phone at the camera, I might could reboot it. But anyway, we're going to try to get y'all the information that's usually on the bottom of the screen that shows the scoreboard. So the Bears will be receiving the ball, and they are on the south end of the field, which is to your left as you look at your screen, although it may just be showing the logo right now. But Atlanta lined up to kick from the 40. Deep for the Bears. See if I can get some numbers here. Looks like Carson Cooper. And I can't see the number, 20-something. So the ball is kicked deep. And Cooper falls on the ball at the 5. So he got his hands on it. He couldn't quite get the ball under control, but he did the smart thing, which was go back, make sure the ball is secure, and cover the ball. So Bears 95 yards away from pay dirt with 5:25 left in this first quarter. So their offense is going out. We have 53, who is our starting center, Mason Thompson, and we have 62, Aaron Shavaria. And so we are lined up
All right,
in an
Sam.
I formation.
Working.
Oh, and the fullback gets the ball. He's going to make a first down, Avon, from the 5-yard line. So that's a great fullback dive or pop play, as we call it. And he gets the ball out to, looks like around the 18-yard line. So Gladewater Bears, 1st and 10 from the 18 now. And then they run the tailback with the ball. He's met at the line. I think he's going to make a yard. So that's going to bring up a second. And it's more, if they mark it, it should be 2nd and 9. Now they move it. Yeah, 2nd and 9. Right at the 20. I formation again. Quick snap. Fullback pop. He makes about 5 yards. So that's going to move the ball to the 25, 4:16 and counting on the clock. And they are going to be 3rd, and I'm going to call it 3, a long 3. I formation again.
Duck.
Oh, and there's a jump. I don't know who. I think Atlanta jumped, and Mason Thompson snapped the ball, and he may have caught somebody off sides unless one of the Bears moved and drew him off. Let's see what the officials call. For Atlanta, I see number 14 playing defense, number 1, number 11, 13 in the middle of the defensive line. Number looks like 99. And I wish I had a roster with some names. I could call them out. I apologize to the people from Atlanta listening and to the Bears team as well that would like to hear the names of the other players. So they are moving the ball up to the 39-yard line, just past the 39, almost to the 40. New set of downs, 1st and 10. I formation again for the Bears. Clock now is rolling again, 3:50 and counting. Quick snap. Tailback gets the ball. Couple of Atlanta Rabbits waiting for the tailback, who is trying to see who that was. I think number 17, Sean Burke. Anyway, a gain of 1 yard, and that will bring up 2nd, and they're calling it 8. It's about 2nd and 9, maybe 2nd and 8. We'll look. I formation again. Wing back set to the top, motions to the bottom of the screen. And we run the tailback right behind that block. And that tailback is Carson Cooper, number 21. Number 10, Mason Boudreaux, blocking for him from the fullback position. Ball moves up to the 44, and it is 3rd down and a long 5. Well, Avon is still working, trying to get y'all
this thing is just
a picture.
not happening. You bounce off the.
For the Atlanta Rabbits, and it's a loss of yardage, a loss of about 3 yards. And it's
We
going
are
to
good, Sam. Rocking and
good.
rolling.
Okay, we got a picture back and we got a little picture back.
Yep, got Got everything right.
We're going to give Avon a raise this week. So Bears 4th down, looks like they're going for it here from their own 42-yard line, 43 maybe.
You think that dynamic changed because the other team is score?
I don't know. There's a timeout now, and I'm guessing that Gladewater called the timeout, and they might have just wanted to see how Atlanta was going to line up. Clock is at 1:48 left in the first quarter. Score is still 7-0 in favor of the Rabbits. So we're having some discussions down there with coaches and players, and we'll see what they do, Avon. They may.
Well, I saw that something happened. I'm like, great, I got plenty of time to get this thing back working. I gave it a full minute to be off. Do you know what happened when we got a lot of yardage for a foul?
Well,
there
was a penalty, and then they stepped off the yardage. I didn't get what the penalty was. So now we're 4th and 7, and now we are in punt formation.
Didn't like that lineup, I guess.
So this time we need not a high snap and get the punt off, and let's see if we can play defense on their end for a while. Good snap. Oh, bobble snap.
Goodness.
Okay, good snap that time, but bobbled by the punter, and the same result as our last punt attempt.
Yeah.
Except now it looks like he's slow getting up.
That's number 8, Grafton Morgan of Bears. That's our kicker, punter. Is a little bit of air position. Not good. And the bad part is they might have missed that snap on YouTube because I looked over, because we're watching it live and then look over at the screen that the whole internet sees, and they might have missed the snap because of how far back one player was. And this
Okay, I got you. Well, it was a good snap. Just bobbled the snap. Of course, Coach Levere now probably wishes he would have gone for it. Oh, the ball down there.
You got to be kidding me.
And the Bears think they've got it.
They sure do.
But the officials have not signaled that. So that exchange was just not a good one. So that's a loss of about 2 yards for the Rabbits. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 12, 1:18 and counting left in this quarter. So the Rabbits in the huddle, they break their huddle. They've got 2 wide receivers at the bottom. Oh, here comes the third one. He's not split wide. He's just stacked like a wingback.
Off to number 16.
15 runs, and he's hit at the line and then leans and makes another couple yards. So see where they spot it. It looks like about a
2-yard gain, maybe 3.
3, I think, 3.5. It's going to be a 3rd, and we'll call it 8. They're calling it 3rd and 9, but it's close in there. So ball is spotted on the 33-yard line.
25 seconds left in the first.
Atlanta with a spread formation, and it's a.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Okay, so
number 4 of the Bears.
So the quarterback for Atlanta, number 0, fakes the handoff and tries to roll to the Gladewater sideline to throw the ball, and he had pressure on him, and the ball got batted down.
By number 4 of the Bears, Kason Harris.
So that was a good play for the Bear defense. That's going to bring up 4th and 9.
14.5 seconds left.
And there's 13 seconds on the play clock left, counting down as well with clock is stopped at 14:05.
I'm out.
So 14.
Timeout Atlanta.
All right, so Atlanta uses their first timeout, and they're now 2 timeouts left for them and 2 for Gladewater. And there's 14.5 seconds. Ball is at the 33, and it's 4th and Your scoreboard says 4th and 9, so we'll go with that. But so we'll see what the Rabbits are going to do. What do you think, Avon?
uh, Dave, that's a lot of yards to pick up.
But the
I always express that I really like kickers, and I would like to see somebody with high school, junior, senior, aged, with a leg big enough to well one, like what the Cowboys had with their guy that played soccer for so long.
well, they're going for it. So you got wide receivers at the bottom, one at the top, one running back, quarterback. He's looking to throw,
He's got bear defense.
and it is
He missed it.
incomplete.
Aim for number 3 of the Rabbits.
So he was running just a hot route up the middle, just a post route, really. He never broke it inside, but he was overthrown a little bit, it looked like. So
10.8 seconds left in the first. With Bears got the ball.
I actually would have thought, with the way they have run up the middle some,
They would run that
I
play.
really thought they might run it. But 9's a lot to make on a 4th and 9,
Yeah.
But anyway, Bears take over, 1st and 10. Ball is on the 33 over on the left hash. And they are in a spread set.
Oh, he tosses it. Number 22 of the Bears.
And I'm
got his feet tripped up.
And that was
by number 8.
And number 22 is Travion Watts. And I'm telling you, number 11 for Atlanta, he's got some wheels, because he didn't have a great angle, and he ran him down. Of course, we're trying to turn it up.
Oh, it was 8 or 9 that actually got his feet on that
so
one.
there was a good effort by the Atlanta defense there to keep that ball carrier from turning up the field, for sure. So in years past, there was a time back in the early 90s when Gladewater, Atlanta, Jefferson all had a lot of speed, and Tatum. And for years, one of those would be the regional champion at the regional track meet. And Atlanta is really known throughout the years for their speed. And so
Is that why they're called the Rabbits?
That might be. Maybe they have always had fast kids. But I just know, in watching them, coaching against them, and being able to see them through a lot of years, they typically have some guys that can run. And they've got a good school, a good program up there. But, tonight we're pulling for the Bears.
Oh, absolutely. I've got a good one, Sam, I was wanting to talk to you about that'd be pretty interesting, is lucky traits. I've grown up, I love comedy and movies, and the movie Ace Ventura, it talked about where the coach goes, that this one guy has a jockey strap he wears every game. So is there ever things like that you can recall that they're like, man, this one player, yep, he has this one thing he always has to do?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I won't forget that. I'll answer that in a minute.
Okay.
Because we just changed ends of the field, so now Gladewater is heading to the south end, and it is a 1st and 20 for them.
Whew.
There's the throw. It's completed. He's got a little room, and he probably makes 19.
That was
10,
number 4, Kaysen Harris.
He probably made 9 yards, so it should be 2nd and about 11. Yeah. So that was a good play. Just a little quick pass to the top of your screen. And
that'd be 3rd down, though. I thought we ran the ball once.
I don't know.
I just remember one play out of it.
I don't like the sound of 3rd and 11 near as much as I like 2nd and 11. So I'm
not trying to jinx us.
I'm going to go with what they got over there. But the Bears come out now, number 4. All right, there's a timeout.
By who?
I think the Bears called timeout.
All right, so
to answer your question,
yes, sir.
There's all kinds of superstitions, and I'll first say this about Coach Bird, Victor Bird. Vic and not all coaches, but most coaches I know have some kind of superstition, as do most players. Uh, but we had a starting center, and he is a coach now named Sam Brandt. He
Oh
started
wow.
for us for 3 years, and he had an old pair of socks, game socks, that we were really scared to wash them because they had gotten so thin. But he kept those for years. I wouldn't be surprised if he still has them. I may have to
They're probably
message
up on his
him.
wall.
Uh,
There's
but
gonna be other
but
people reach out to him.
but that was the first one that came to my mind was his game socks that he only wore on game days, and they were old and frayed. So Bears in the eye.
Oh, quick pitch!
They
Look at
fake
that,
the
Sam.
fullback and they give it to
That was 22.
22,
Travion Watts.
and
Notice
Travion
he
gets
held onto that ball too. He was ready.
he really loses a yard. But I will say this in Atlanta's favor, there were 3 guys that were there with no blockers to make ready to make a tackle. So it was a
third down and 12.
it was a great play call, but it wasn't. There wasn't enough blocking for it. I'll say that. So now that brings up 3rd and 12, and the wide receivers are at the top of your screen now, and we're going to throw the screen, and it is completed
And number
to
16, Jacoby Crosby.
and he is hit. He does gain about 3 yards, 2 yards. No, sorry.
We're gonna have to let go of that
He
ball
made
anyway.
it to the line of scrimmage. So
Broke even.
yeah, so that brings up a 4th and 12. But we've completed 2 passes and made 9 yards. So punt formation for the Bears. Good snap, good catch, and finally a good kick
Oh
on this
man,
third
look
try.
at that kick.
And it's caught by number 7 for
Right on the
Atlanta.
21 or so.
It's going to
Two.
be on about the 22. Yes, sir. So Atlanta Rabbits, 9:48 in the second quarter left. They take over 1st and 10 from their own 22. They're on the south end, headed.
Wow, this game is going. It's only 7:30,
Yes.
and we're almost halfway through with the second quarter. It's moving fast, but the score is just setting stagnant.
Yeah,
7
and
Rabbits,
they're
Bears 0.
there's not been a lot of passing to stop the clock. There's been a few, but not a lot. So Atlanta now in a formation with 2 wide receivers top, 2 at the bottom, 1 quarterback set deep. He wants to throw, and
Throws
it's
it to number
completed
1,
to
his guy
number
with the
1.
wheels, Sam.
And
He's gone.
he is going to score.
He is out of there.
So he got about 3 really good blocks. I couldn't get the numbers. I don't see any flags down, so that's going to stand for a score. And number 1, I've been impressed with his running ability. He's got some speed. He made a couple of moves. He got 2 key blocks.
Yep, that
So
made all the difference.
And those were downfield where they were actually touchdown blocks. So Atlanta lined up to see if the Bears move over to stop them. And really, they're not moved over very much, Avon. I'm not sure I wouldn't snap it there because they were kind of outmanned over there. But they come over to kick it. 0 is the holder. And that ball is up, and it is good.
Their kicker is number 3. Again, we do not have a roster for the Rabbits.
So the score 14-0 with 9:33 left in the second half, and 1 timeout left for Gladewater, 2 left for Atlanta, and they are getting ready to kick off to the Bears. So the Bears now will be receiving on the right side of your screen from the north end and headed to what we call the halftime house. It's the field house, but it's really not used every day during the week. It's primarily for game nights, and the Bears dressing room is down in the main building. And there's practice fields between here and there for those not familiar with the layout up here. So Atlanta ready to kick, and they kick it, and it's deep, and it's over on the right side. It's going to go out of bounds, And we'll see. It went out of bounds at around the 12 or 13, and there is a yellow flag there. So we'll see what the choices are for the Bears. But I'm guessing they want to take it with the best field position they can get.
If I'm not mistaken, we kicked off to begin the game with, right? So we should get it back after half.
We should receive at half, yes. Now let's see what their choices are and where the ball's going to be. The Bear offense is on the field. Talking about something, I don't know.
A lot of conversation to get a start of downs going.
Yeah, there is. The chains are up around the 30-yard line. There's one official there. It's not.
There we go. Finally got a ball on the field.
So they're setting the ball, spotting the ball at the 30 on the right hash. 9:33 left. Bears take over, 1st and 10 from their own 30. I formation, quarterback under center. Quick snap, fullback pop. He's got some room.
Oh, that is number 10, Boudreaux. Mason Boudreaux.
And Mason, they've got a couple of Masons on this team, but Boudreaux has a nice little run on that fullback dive.
9 yards.
And it's right at 9 yards, yeah. Tip of the ball is just almost touching that 39-yard line marker. But I like it when they hit that thing quick. And somebody tripped him up, or he might have still been running. I think they might have somebody that could catch him, but he would have run away for sure. I formation again, tailback with the ball this
22,
time.
22, Trevia. No, it's 21. My
21.
apologies.
Carson Cooper.
Carson Cooper.
And
Move the chains.
Move those chains, and that takes us up to the 45. 1st and 10.
That ought to give those Bears some good momentum once they see those chains move.
Yeah, everybody likes to make 4 or 5 yards. We talk about that all the time. 4 yards
sir.
every play. You don't ever have to punt it. And that's,
again to Boudreaux. That's
my goodness,
2 rabbits on him, and he kept pulling away.
Hey, that's another 9-yard gain.
Wow.
So great job on that fullback dive right up the middle.
Boudreaux, a junior at Gladewater.
And so he is, well, that one may only be an 8-yard gain.
Only
8. But
we will definitely take it with 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
2nd and 2, I formation again. And they like him again
nope,
for
that
the
was
same
number
play.
8 that time. Grafton Morgan.
Okay, so they give him Boudreaux a little rest and get some fresh legs in there. And he's got enough. That's about a 4-yard gain. And they should be moving those chains, Avon.
Waiting for the ref to give the signal.
Well,
there it is.
I'm not sure what he's waiting on.
He's got it.
Okay. So that's another 1st down.
There.
And now they are into Atlanta territory on the they have been actually, but they are now on the 43-yard line of the Atlanta Rabbits. I formation again. And another fullback dive.
And they're trying to push him that time. That was Bear number 4, Kason Harris.
Well, they're going to give him about 3 yards, maybe 2. Going to be at the 41-yard line. So that's a 3-yard gain. Well, now it's going to be 2nd and it's really 2nd and.
It goes back to what you had said. Sometimes you have to give some of the other players a break.
Yeah, you do. And really, it's hard to learn that as a young coach. Now, Luke Brown wants to throw. It's completed to number 4. He's hit, and it's going to be a gain
See where they mark it.
I'm going to say a gain of 2, and it's going to be.
And that sure looks like he's right on exactly where he was.
No. Because he was, it was, well, yeah. You're right. So now it's just third and 8. So you're right, Avon.
I kept focusing on the ref at the top of the screen. I know he must be kind of small unless you guys are running at large.
So Bears break the huddle. Still I formation. And it's the toss to the tailback. He's got a little room.
Oh, look at him go. That was number 21, Carson Cooper of the Bears. Comes the big question. Enough?
I'm thinking short, but
I think he said move the chains. Move the chains.
They won't get still.
Nope.
Yeah, so it's going to be. Yeah, they're yelling in the press box, move the chains. But there they go.
There they go. They weren't catching that. I was
going to say, it's close, but it's good. So,
right on it.
Well, that just enough for the first down.
5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second quarter.
And that is.
Now we got all that pushing game going on.
Yeah.
So weird.
That's Grafton Morgan again. And so he makes a little bit. I think he makes about 3 yards. So
close to the magic 4, isn't it?
It is. It's very close. So that's going to be 2nd and 7. Ball right on the 30 on the left hash. Brown comes in with the play. See number 17, Sean Burke lining up at that wingback position, I formation. And now it's a lead 22. Play. We've got a little bit of room.
Oh, my goodness. He is staying on his toes.
Good job.
At that. That was number 22, Travion Watts of the Bears.
And that's a big gain for another first down to the 12-yard line. They pulled that wingback and led block around the end. He was the lead blocker. And then the running back cut it up inside and then broke a tackle or two and had a nice gain.
They keep trying to trip them up, but it looks like our guys are getting their balance right.
And, you know, when you're running that fast and you got that forward lean, if they just hit your foot,
that's it.
Sometimes it's enough to topple you over. But if they're plodding through there, getting those knees high, it's less effective. But, you know, you talk about during this timeout, yes, it's a timeout.
Looks like it, but I don't see.
I don't know who they called it on because they're still showing
same amount of numbers.
Yeah, 2 and 1.
Weird.
But
4 minutes and 38 seconds left. Second.
So it's a first down from the 12. So it is possible for the Gladewater team to make a first down without scoring. We would rather just see them score, maybe on this play. But I formation again. And Sean Burke set to the left side as the tight wing. Quarterback Luke Brown under center. So here we go. See what play they got. And it's
hands it off to Boudreaux.
And this time they try to hit it a little wider.
He was tripped up by number 13 of the Rabbits. Again, we do not have a roster for Atlanta.
So he gains, I'm going to say a yard maybe. I don't see him moving it, but no, he gained a little bit, but not a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Gained a whisker.
All right, this time we got a one-back set. See how they're going to do that. Oh, and
there was a Rabbit number 8 that broke through the line. He was just there.
He came off that end untouched, and he was in the right spot to stop that play. That's going to be a loss of a yard or two. So it's going to be
2 yard. Yep.
Yeah, it's
3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12. So let's see what we can do.
They've got some very good.
They're quick.
Pressure.
They're quick.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of team speed. Now the Bears in a spread offense. And Luke Brown wanting to throw. He scrambles. He's running.
He is running.
And he is down inside the 10.
That made us some yardage, Sam.
But it's going to bring up a 4th and I can't see where they're going to spot it, but
Me neither, because
I'm going to say 7-yard line.
got the tops on the 8.
So it's going to bring up a 4th. All right, it's going to bring up. Ball is on the 8-yard line.
Timeout. Timeout Bears.
No, that's timeout Atlanta.
Oh, you're right.
You're right. So they're down to 1. Bears down to 1, and so that's going to be a 4th
And
down
I'm way too much of a kicker. I'd just rather kick it.
from the 8. So they still need a good 6 yards to make a first. But I say if you're going to make 6, make 8 and score. So we'll see what they got.
Is that what you would do? You'd try for that, or would you say, look, we've got a guy with a leg, him kick it?
Well, you know, it's a hard call. I always say don't pass up points. So that would put us down by 11 if we kick a field goal. But if you score, it's down by 7. If you don't, you're down by 14. So we're not going to kick it because I see Carson Cooper lined up at that tailback position. So Bears in the I formation again, and looks like they're going for it. So 3:13 left on the clock. It'll start with the snap after the timeout. Wingback set at the bottom of your screen. And Brown again throws it.
Oh, my goodness. That's a first down.
That is not a touchdown, but I believe it is a first down, Avon. So that he ran the bootleg. And I do like when Coach Levere calls the bootleg, it's usually at a good time.
Well, I'm telling you.
And I'm sure after he scrambled and was wide open that last time to run, he figured maybe he'll be open on the boot. So good call. And that brings first down 3:08. And you got 4 downs to make a yard, a little over a yard.
Wow.
So I formation again. And it's the fullback.
Hands it off to Boudreaux.
And I believe he is in.
That's a touchdown there.
So, to answer your question, that was a good call to get 7 points.
I'd have kicked it. That's me.
But that's okay because we all see things different. And the thing we don't know up here, because we don't go to practice and we don't watch kids and know them as good as the coaches. So we can say, oh yeah, I do this or that, but really
armchair quarterbacking.
Yes, but really it's not maybe what we would really do if we knew the kids like they do.
That is good. Grafton Morgan of the Bears on that PAT.
So cut the lead in half. Atlanta still has 14. Bears with 3:03 left in the second quarter now have 7 points on the board. So that's a good momentum changer.
Absolutely.
Key plays, like always. We ran the ball, we threw the ball some, and we scrambled. We made things happen.
But with the effectiveness of that bootleg that time, is that just something you hold in your back pocket and go, I'll wait till a third down?
Well,
or is it something you go, it's effective enough, so let's run it again?
You play it by ear because you run it when you need it. I watched Coach Levere when he was a freshman. I watched him run a bootleg, and the guard is supposed to block the defensive end, and he didn't get him. He was a 9th grader, and he's rolling to his left, and Coach Levere's right-handed, and he stiff arms. He switches the ball to his left hand, stiff arms the end down to the ground, shuffles his feet, switches the ball, and now the tight end is cleared on a drag.
Oh, wow.
And he hit the tight end on a drag for a big play. And when I saw that, I looked at Coach Murphy and I said, that's things you can't coach right there.
I'm telling you.
So
either know how to do that, or you don't.
I always think about the bootleg when I think about Coach Levere, even as a player. So Gladewater kicks the ball deep, and it is caught.
He's going to go for it.
Going back to the middle of the field.
Number 6 of the Rabbits.
And a good tackle there by,
Number 3 tripped him up.
and that is Anthony Sanchez.
Great job,
So
Sanchez.
great tackle there.
He's a sophomore.
Good. Well, we'll call his name later on.
I'm sure we will.
So this, as we mentioned, is the last home game for the Bears, and then they will go next week to White Oak.
It's right down the road.
Well, Coach Murphy used to say we got to go play in our backyard. That we don't ever want to get beat in our own backyard, you know.
Yep.
But they did. I've seen White Oak beat us on rare occasions, but
It definitely can happen.
we don't want to get ahead of anything right now. We got to have a win tonight. So there's
Hands it off to number 6, that same person from the return.
And that tackle was by I think it was number 3 again. Who's walking back? Yeah, it was number 3 again.
Sanchez, number 3.
So another big tackle, but now that's a first down. When I say it was a big tackle, it wasn't a tackle for a loss. It was a tackle to keep from scoring. So ball is now on the 49-yard line of the Bears, 1st and 10, 2:35 and counting. Atlanta in a tight formation, but one back, and he hands
it
off.
right off. Same guy. 52 had his hands on him for a second. Oh, Bear number 34, Dion Patton.
So another good stop. That one is really for about a yard loss, half a yard loss. It's going to bring
notice
up.
Talking about quarterbacks, their quarterback is a southpaw.
Oh yeah, so that's a second, and they're showing 2nd and 10, but it was a little bit of a loss. We'll say 10.25.
Yeah, you
So
can see
now
it on the hash.
they got wide receivers. Number 5 is down here at the bottom of your screen. 2 at the top, 1 back. He wants to throw.
And he overthrow it to number 1.
And he's trying to put it in the correct guy's hand because number 1, he can run. He can run.
Does he have the wheels?
So they did a little swing pass out of the backfield, but he actually
had that bear pressure.
Yeah, he led him too much. It was not a good pass, and he had no way to catch it. So that stops the clock at 1:48 on an incomplete pass.
3rd down, and they're still
3rd
showing
and 10.
10. But as we said, 10.5.
So now the same formation. The running back switches sides. They fake it to him, throw the little hitch pass out
number
there.
Number 7.
And
oh my goodness. We got to know the one with wheels on him.
My goodness. Now, they had him for a 3-yard gain.
But he kept twisting and turning.
Kept his balance and ends up getting a first down. And that ball is going to be spotted at the 33-yard line. It is going to be a first down. Let's see what they got, though. They haven't moved the chains yet. They've got the down marker there.
Somebody's not paying attention. That ref's going to see that.
I didn't see a flag go down anywhere. Yeah, one guy's ready to move. Now they're moving.
What just happened?
Whoa. Now they're moving the ball on up.
What'd we miss?
I don't know.
That kind of yardage and nothing.
I don't know. Unless there is a flag I couldn't see.
It's either YouTube, you will have to go back and find the
now
action.
It went from the 33 down to the 20. No, I'm sorry, the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Atlanta has a wide receiver at the bottom. They're stacked up, 3 receivers at the top.
Hands it off to number 1. He goes on the left.
And Avon, what they're doing, they've done this several times. They'll get a running back off the line and 2 of their other receivers, and they'll run that way. So
he comes in behind them and
they're lined up tight. They're not split out. They're kind of like that little flex. You know, you never know exactly how far to get. So now they've got it down here. A tight end, 2 wide receivers off the ball, and they're going to run behind them.
Yep. Oh.
So Gladewater meets the running back in the backfield, but he still picks up about 2 or 3 yards. We're not sure if it's going to be enough for a first. Let's see where they spot it. It's going to be close, though. They're talking about something, though. No flags down.
They saw something. I was just wondering how they're going to call it.
Oh, I do see a flag down too.
Do you?
There is.
I saw something. I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
say. I'd say it off the air.
It's there. It's laying right beside the hash mark on the 8-yard line.
All right. That
Okay.
is interesting.
We've got a flag. That's sportsmanlike against the Rabbits. So that ball is coming back. And let's see where they're going to mark it. They're going to penalize them from. All right.
Not a lot of time left. 55.7 in the second quarter, and we're almost at halftime.
So that ball is now on the 32, and it is a.
First and 10 from
Well,
the.
our chain
Oh.
crew is not really moving quickly. I don't know if they're
I
waiting
think
for
they're-
the officials or what, but somebody's
It's possible.
making it take too long. Bear's showing a blitz right now. They don't. It's a throw, and
And
it's
he misses it.
thrown
That was
way
to
high.
number 5 of the Rabbits.
So that's going to bring us a 2nd and 10 from the 32.
0.6 seconds left.
And that will, of course, stop on an incompletion. Bears did bring linebackers up and fake the blitz. As soon as the ball was snapped, they backed out.
Did they back out because they could tell real quickly it would go on me a pass?
Well,
Or that was what they was told to do?
that they were told to do that. Just fake the blitz sometimes. Sometimes they don't know where to scratch their watch or wind something else.
Right.
So Atlanta's got wide receivers 3 at the bottom. They're wanting to
Try
throw. He's running.
Going to try to make up some of that yardage.
And he goes
runs
out of
out,
bounds
about
after
16.
making a first down. So number 0 wanted to throw. Bears had him covered. He ran the ball, and actually, I didn't get the number of our defender, but
I did not.
ran him out of bounds. Had a good angle. He had enough speed to catch him. So smart play by the Atlanta quarterback. Pick up the first down, go out of bounds, and
That was a good play.
and clock stops with 45.7. 1st and 10 from the 16. Now they've got everybody stacked up, tied up at the top, and that's where they want to go.
Number 6, and that's where he's going to go.
So the
There's some Bears that
Bears,
met him this time. They're more prepared, I think.
that's a gain
I
of 2 or
can't see the
3.
numbers from here.
That's a 3-yard gain.
Oh, they're wanting to get back to the huddle because that clock is rolling.
Yeah, it's rolling. 26 seconds.
Scrambling. That's where
Now they got
mistakes happen.
Wide
Two up
receivers top and 2 at the bottom. Looks like they're
He's
offsides.
looking. Who's offsides?
Atlanta, number 5.
I missed it. I was focusing on the
The
quarterback.
wide receiver at the bottom of
stop.
your screen was in motion before the snap.
Would that stop the clock?
Yes.
18.7 seconds
But
left.
It also should move them back 5 yards. Yeah. So now it's going to be, if they repeat 2nd down, it's going to be 2nd and 13
Ish.
ish. Yeah. So clock's running again, down to 14,
13.
and they're going to run out of time.
They're gonna burn the clock, not realize it. They're gonna get one play off, I bet.
Well,
Here we go.
they stopped the
Wait,
clock.
whoa. What? Who stopped?
I don't know.
That's supposed to.
I don't know.
Weird.
Now
Oh,
he's
he's
telling
gonna
them
be
to
in trouble
roll
now.
it, and they do finally roll it.
All right, he does a quick launch, and he caught that one. Sam, number 7, touchdown for the Rabbits.
Okay, my question is, I mean, that's a good play, good touchdown. Why did that clock stop at 9.1? Why wasn't it running? And the guys,
And then they stopped it again.
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't either. So
that would have made a difference.
yeah,
But
and that's
is
when
what it
I
is
miss
now.
being on the field, hearing all that's going on and being able to know, because I saw the umpire come over and talk. I think it was Coach Levere, uh, and so I don't really know if that's why the clock stopped or if I don't know.
That's a good PAT by number 3 of the Rabbits.
So with zero point 0.8 seconds left in this half, Rabbits from Atlanta lead 21-7 over the Bears. So it's still a two score game. Uh, but I am curious about that clock
Stop and
running and then
unstop and
stop and then they cranked it up again before they snapped it. That and there may be a valid reason. I don't know.
yeah, we don't know. We
So
don't.
I'm
We
not
definitely are
I'm not
outside of the
saying
loop.
somebody made a mistake. I'm not saying anything went wrong, but that might have saved us that touchdown if that clock had kept rolling because they'd have run
Or
out of
I think
time before they could snap it. So I don't know. I'll see if I can find out, but y'all don't hold your breath out there in
YouTube land.
YouTube land. So Rabbits set to kick off with 0.8 of a second left, and it's a squib kick on the ground, and the Bears fall on it, and that
that's it.
ends the half. So going in, this ninth game of the
Ninth game.
season,
Last home game. Senior night.
14-21-7 in favor of the Rabbits. So we will let y'all watch the bands perform and the drill teams, and we'll be back at the start of the third quarter, and we'll take it from there. Y'all stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field from Atlanta, Texas, the Atlanta High School Band, the Big Bad Band from Rabbit Land. Your ladies and gentlemen, this past Saturday, the Big Bad Band traveled to Gladewater, Texas, to compete in the UIL Players Various Senior Marching Band. The band was first in trivia and third in art, and qualified for the UIL Texas State Marching Contest for the 10th consecutive time and the 18th time. The band competed for each state competition with community. This week's section is the student mode. The band has members Rosemary Longo and Caitlin Love. The freshman of the week were Connor Collins and Serenity Greenwood. All right, Friday Night Lights fans, it's time to put on the flowers we have, throw on those chaps, and saddle that horse as the Big Bad Band takes you back to the days of the lawless Wild West and presents their 2024 film production, Rotten, featuring Undivided by Amy Commercial, and music from the good, the bad, and the ugly by Emilio Martoni, including Ecstasy Gold, with soprano saxophone Hey now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Gladewater Bears halftime show. Get ready for an episode of showcase and talent and entertainment as the GAC Honey Bears join the Big Bear Band on the stage. The Honey Bears captivating audiences with rap systems and eyes, precision, grit, and excellence. Tonight is amazingly driven for their talented team of dance officers. Line first, senior Tatiana Gunner. Lieutenant Senior Allie Albright, Lieutenant Senior Brittany Young, Lieutenant Senior Melanie Perez, First Lieutenant Junior Ella Miller, and leading them all, the Captain Senior Ava Lincoln. Senior Air Postal Officers are welcome Haley Kistler, Senior Lily Darius, Olivia Holly, and Brittany Mills, and Head Social Officer Senior Anaya Miller. A special shout out to Diane Burrow and Rhonda Miller. Diane Clark is celebrating her 35th year directing, and her amazing assistant, Corey Hudson, now in her 12th year. The Honey Bears are now divided into two with the Walker team, but Molly Towers and Song is ours. Ladies and gentlemen, the show continues with a performance by the GHS Major Acts. This talented group of ladies is made up of Senior Cynthia Gutierrez, Junior Ashley Vaughn, and Sophomore Summer Fernandez. Tonight, the Majorettes is battling their number routine set to the hit song, Pants Flag. The band would now like to recognize their seniors who are performing in their last halftime performance in Jackson University Bear Stadium. We would like to honor them for their dedication and countless hours of hard work in the CISD band program. Seniors, please step into position when your name is called. Astrid Alvarez. Astrid is the daughter of Ramona Alvarez and Rafa Coronado, who are standing with her parents. Astrid has been in the band since the 6th grade. She is a 4-year band council member, our current crewmaker, and our band president. She has made the honor of the band and continued to receive his first division gold medals in the state solo and ensemble contest. After graduation, she plans to study diagnostic medical sonography. Rebecca Blackman. Rebecca is the daughter of Mary and Ricky Blackman, who is displayed tonight by her parents. She plays outdoor saxophone and has been in the Gladewater band since the 6th grade. After graduation, she plans to attend Federal College to pursue a career in criminal justice and eventually attend the police academy. Zoe Bowling. Zoe is the daughter of DJ Bowling and Sarah DeMoss, who are standing with her tonight. Zoe plays the bass clarinet and has been in the band since the 7th grade. She plans to further her education at UT High. Whitley Gamble. Whitley is the daughter of Todd and Monica Gamble, who are standing with her this evening. She began playing the clarinet in the Gladewater band in the 8th grade. Whitley plans to attend UT High to study medicine, aspiring to be a cardiac surgeon. Cynthia Gutierrez. Cynthia is the daughter of James and Adrian Wood. She is supported by her parents and her brothers Henry and Louis. Cynthia has played the clarinet since the 6th grade. She is a current clarinet section leader and is a two-time member of the All-Region Band. She has participated in future state-level solo and all-part competitions. After graduation, she will attend Baylor University to become a professor. Olivia Holly. Olivia is being supported by her parents, Mary and Chris Holly, her sister, and cousin Kat. Olivia is a proud member of our blues section and has been in the band for 7 years. Olivia will attend Federal College to study orthodontics. Ross Holland. Ross is the son of Andrea and Adam Bell, who is standing with him this evening. He has been in the band since the 6th grade and plays percussion. After graduation, he will attend college to become a veterinary technician. Gabriel is the son of the 10th grade and Alvin Water, who are with him tonight. Gabriel is financial trombone and band from 6th grade. After graduation, he plans on studying biomedicine. Melanie Perez. Melanie is the daughter of the hostmate of Petra Perez. Tonight, she is joined by her parents and sisters Giselle and Stephanie. Melanie has played the trumpet in the Gladewater band since the 2nd grade. After high school, she will attend UT Tyler to become a pediatric nurse practitioner. Joshua Perry. Joshua is the son of Stephen and Rebecca Solis, who are standing with him tonight. He plays the trumpet and has been with the Gladewater band for 3 years. After high school, he plans to enroll in the United States Navy nuclear program. Rachel Shepard. Rachel is joined by her parents BJ and Troy Shepard. She has been in the band since the 6th grade. She is the voice section leader and is a band passion member. Upon graduation, she will attend Oklahoma State University to study music technology. Tracy Gummer. Tracy is the daughter of Brandon and Jenny Gummer. Tonight, she is joined by her parents and 3 brothers, Gavin, Chase, and Gary. Tracy has played the trumpet in the Gladewater band since the 9th grade. She has participated at regional and state legislature and ensemble competitions and is the current band leader. After high school, she plans to attend UT Tyler to become a labor and delivery nurse. Nathaniel Rachel Hall. Nathaniel is the son of Clay Thomas and Amber and Philip Hill. He is joined by his parents and his grandparents, Walt and Leanne Irish, and Mary Lightfoot. Also with him tonight are his siblings, Raven, Emily, Isaiah, Elise, Talon, and Cass. Nathan has played horn in the band since the 6th grade. He has participated in regional and state solo and ensemble competitions and is our current band leader. Nathan will study HVAC at University of Texas Institute. Josue Benjamin. Josue is the son of Deanna Roberta and Pedro Newton. Joining him are his mother, grandfather Jose, grandmother Teresa, and siblings Sarah, Pedro Jr., Caleb, David, and Nehemiah. Josue has played the baritone for 5 years and plans to move into the workforce after graduation. Cameron White. Cameron is the son of Chris and Kathy White, who are standing with him tonight. He has played the flute in the band program since the 6th grade. After high school, he plans to major in biomedical engineering. Ashley Wilson. Ashley is the daughter of Terry Wilson. Tonight, she is accompanied by her sister Rebecca and her brothers Kevin, Alex, and Brian. Ashley has played the clarinet since the 6th grade. She plans to earn a LTEC license and business degree at Northside. Seniors, Mr. Smith and the entire band staff thank you for your dedication, talent, and influence throughout the time of the Gladewater band. Our community couldn't be prouder of you and your role in leading us through our appearance at the UIL State Military Marching Complex last week. Please give these seniors a big round of applause. Our marcher of the week is Mr. Ross Morgan, Master of the Grill. He keeps our band fired up with his amazing tailgate breakfast. The band thanks you, Mr. Morgan. And finally, a big thank you to our incredible band sponsors and administrators for their continued support. Leading our band are director Jim Smith, Dan Pendergrass, and Austin Marks, and Jamie Cook is our big red sponsor. You call around continue for tonight's raffle. You need to get up there with the time. You call the tonight's raffle. Here we go. 4, 6, 9, 4, 1, 7, 2. Ring number. One more time. 4, 6, 9, 4, 1, 7, 2.
We are back.
Okay, we are here for the third quarter, and Gladewater's receiving the kickoff. It's a deep kick and caught.
Oh, bless you. I
Excuse
should have
me.
muted you. Next time I'll hit the button.
Well, hopefully I can warn you before I sneeze next time. I did get everything covered, though. So anyway, a decent return, picked up a few yards. We're starting this drive on the 32, and offense starting out. Gladewater has the ball to start this third quarter and second half. So they come out and take the field,
Hopefully everybody got a good rest.
and we hope their adjustments are all good. So we'll see how we're going here. They are back in the I formation. Wing is to the left.
And off to Boudreaux, number 10. He is holding on to that ball, Sam.
And I see an adjustment that Atlanta has made already, and they are blitzing that linebacker into that A gap that he's trying to run in. And he still made 4 yards. So,
Ooh, the magic number.
magic number. You hit those 4s. So now the formation is still an I formation. That tight end is flexed. They give it to the tailback.
Number
Oh, my
22.
Gosh, he was a hand away from breaking that into a pretty good run.
Travion Watts.
So he gains a couple more yards. So it's 3rd and 2. It should be.
They'll catch up in us.
So here we go.
It's 3rd and 2. The board is saying 3rd and 3, but we know the real one.
There we know. We got a straight shot at it with our eyeballs.
Yes, sir. Hand it off again, number 10, Boudreaux.
And he is going to have a first down right
Move
there.
the chains.
So first down, ball is now on the 44 over on the left hash. Carson Cooper checking in the ball game, and Watts coming out. So they break the huddle in the I formation. The wing back is set at the bottom of your screen, just behind the tight end. And it's to the tailback, and he gains a yard.
21, Carson Cooper.
He's hit low and tripped up, and
Seems like most of their tackles are just that
They
way.
really-
It's like a purpose trip up.
they really are. They're down low, but I've noticed we just a lot of shoestring type tackles tonight, for sure. So now it is 2nd and 9, I formation. Quick snap to the fullback. Oh, fake fullback, and he gives it to Carson.
21, Carson Cooper.
And he makes another 2 yards, but it's still short. It was a good play, and I thought the fullback had it.
I did too.
But
then I looked in and as soon as you said he faked it, I looked, the ball was gone out of Boudreaux's arms.
And that play just took too long to get where it needed to go. But
that needs a little bit more finesse to that play.
Yeah, so 3rd and 7. They try the sweep again, and he gets some yardage.
Boy, he does. I don't think it's a first down worthy, but that is 22. Travion Watts.
It's going to be about a yard short, maybe less than that. I don't think they got it. Let's see.
Saying roll the clock, so I'm going to say that.
They're moving the
he
chains.
said move the chains. Boy, that was a big play right there.
Yeah, if I was the Atlanta coach,
I
might have wanted that one measured. But I told you it was close, so it was close enough for me to say that. So that's a 1st and 10 into Rabbit territory.
Well, that was a quick snap or something happened.
Well,
did I miss something? It looks like he kept it.
Well, it looked like he just didn't hand it off. I don't know. Maybe a busted play.
Gotcha.
But anyway, Luke gained some yards with it. He got a couple yards. Yeah, 2 yards. So 2nd and 8. 8:20 and counting on the clock. So, they've got a sustainable drive here if they can just keep making those first downs, Avon.
Very, very good drive.
So let's see here what they're going to do. Tailback with a little bit of room. He picks up a couple. They're giving him forward progress.
Well, they were 22. Travion Watts.
Tell you what, I am still impressed, even the second half, that the quickness that Atlanta has.
They've got some wheels, like you said before.
And I'm looking at their front defensive linemen. I see 99, 75. Trying to find the guy in the middle.
32, 33.
Yeah,
32.
And they're all good-sized guys.
Yes, sir.
They're not any lightweights out there. They're athletic looking. And
he was in the shotgun in to pass it really quick.
Well, and that time, one of those defensive linemen got through unblocked, and he almost it was number 76, and he forced Luke Brown, the Bear quarterback, to throw it early, and it was
almost was in the
and it was short, and our receiver, I couldn't see who it was, actually knocked the ball out of the defensive back's hand to keep it from being an interception. So thank goodness he was aware of what was going on. So the clock's rolling, 4th down and 8. Bears are going for it. I got 2 wide receivers up top and a single wide receiver at the bottom. Motion.
Oh, my gosh, he had some serious pressure.
Okay, so.
That was our number 0, Brayson Woods. Actually, is that the first catch he's done tonight?
Maybe.
Usually we're calling his name all the time.
So that was actually a loss of about 7 or 8 yards, but it was a completed pass. But they read that perfectly. So ball will go over on downs, I believe, and it will be Atlanta's ball on the 49, and they will take over there. Bear defense is back out on the field. So we still have some kids playing 2 ways, and I know Atlanta does too. In this size classification, it's hard to 2 platoon them. So Atlanta in their same formation.
Hands it off to number 1.
And he is caught in the backfield and hit hard.
Number 4 of the Bears, Jason Harris.
He put a good lick on him.
Yes, sir. He had 2 other Bears already holding him up.
Yeah.
And he put the stop.
So that's a loss of close to 5 yards. So that's going to be 2nd and 15. Oh, that's a good play. If we can play defense like that, Avon,
Boy,
we
might
got
be able to
a
turn this thing around.
chance.
Yes, sir. We just got to stop that drive.
All right, so now they got wide receivers, 2 at top, 2 at bottom, 1 long back, quarterback set deep. He's looking to throw. He scrambles. He
He had a
throws
lot
it.
of
That
pressure.
could be an interception
Is it real?
by
I missed- I
number
couldn't see it.
5 for the Bears. That is Maddox Vasquez.
And
Great.
he's a sophomore.
Yes.
Great catch, Vasquez.
So that was a great job. He was in a great position, saw the ball, broke in front of the receiver, caught it, and
Went
big
down.
turnover. Yeah,
Oh,
big
that's
turnover.
fantastic.
But that's what I call just playing center field out there. But he
Put me in, coach.
Yeah. So he really played that ball well. It was a good job.
That gives new breath to the Bears.
So Bears on their own 40, 1st and 10. I formation, wingback set to the bottom of your screen. They hand it to the tailback on the counter. He's got a little
22,
room.
Trevion Watts, look at the drive.
And that's going to be about a 6 or 7 yard gain. Good job. He hit that hole faster, and there was enough blocks to get him past that first line of scrimmage, you know.
So, and I know that our ability to see things fast is slower as we get older, right?
That's what they tell me.
That's what they do. Because it looks like, what was that?
Well, that was
Uh-oh.
the hard count.
Hut, hut.
So, they've been going everything. As soon as he reaches over, first sound.
Right.
Sound. And I was just thinking a while ago, they're probably going a longer count and get a cheap 5 yards here. That'll give them another first down.
Cheap 5.
Cheap 5. It's easy 5. You don't even have to work for it.
There
that's
they
what they
go.
got.
Count them off.
So,
We'll take it. First down, right?
first down.
Move the chain. We'll take it.
And that puts them into Atlanta territory. I don't really like calling it Rabbit territory or Atlanta territory because it's our field. It's
correct.
still our territory,
Jack
but
V.
it's
Murphy
their.
Stadium.
They don't own it. We just let them play on it tonight. But it is their territory, so they are defending that south goal right now. So high formation, a little motion by number 4. And tailback gets the ball. He's got a little
And
room.
he does. Look at him. Keep
Oh,
moving.
my
That was number 20.
goodness.
Almost plowed over the referee. Trevion Watts of the Bears.
That was a great little move there, a little inside-outside move. And he broke into a little
Now here's the big question.
opening.
He is right on where the first down should be. Move the chains,
Move those
Sam.
chains. I like it. I like it when they move those chains. So we're now inside the 40 on the 38.
5 minutes left in the third.
So I formation, we're going to switch sides again with a little motion. And they're going to hand it
off
to
to
the
number 10, Boudreaux.
Oh,
He
come
found an
on,
opening.
come on.
Go, Boudreaux. Look at this.
Oh, my gosh. That's a great run.
That was incredible.
And
But they got number 1 with the wheels, caught him.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. He caught him on the 11. I'll take my chances from
Yes,
the
sir.
11. First down. So
Now, we need a stats guy who could tell us, Bacon, where are you at? He
I
could
know.
tell us that was this
where's
many
Dylan
yards.
right
That
when
was-
we need him?
Hope you're doing well out there, Bacon.
He is. So there it is, fullback pop again.
Back
He's
to
trying
number
to
10,
bounce it.
Boudreaux.
He bounces it out, and he picks up a yard up to the 10-yard line. So he's trying to bounce that out when that hole closes. That they're kind of taking away that inside. So a lot of times when they do that, you can hit the same angle and bounce just a gap wider and do
Ping
what he
pong
just
ball or
go
something.
bang your head on the goalpost. And
Quick
there's the
pass to
pitch.
22, Watts. He got one
Okay.
down, but number 1, that guy's got
He's
some
all over
serious
the
speed.
place. He's got speed. But now here's what they need to do, and they're going to figure this out in a minute. But if the 2 guys that don't want to let him outside, just kick them out and cut up inside those. If they
I see
can,
what you're saying.
if they can seal off those inside pursuit guys, they got to play. they're this close to having a great play.
And you know what else? Travion Watt's also a sophomore for the Bears.
So
Got a lot of young team here.
they're back now to third, and they're calling it 12. I'm going to call it 11 because that's what it is.
What it looks like on the
And
field.
Luke's wanting to throw,
Oh,
and it's almost caught by
number 5 of the Bears.
Maddox Vasquez. And he's hitting that ground.
Yep,
He
I'm
knew
sure
he could have had that.
could have
I
had
won't
that.
say should have. He could have. But
Ooh, 4th down now.
so 4th and 11, 4th and 12. It's really 4th and 11
It's
because the
11.
ball's on the 12
Yes, sir.
and the first down's on the 2. So, anyway. So
They're going
wide
for it.
receiver, 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom, 1 back, quarterback deep. They can slow that rush down. Luke can throw it. It's a little long.
Overthrew that one.
So ball goes over on downs. Bears get a drive together, get down inside at one time inside the 10, and then come up short. So, but to me, there's only 2:59 left in this third quarter, but that's encouraging.
It is encouraging.
If you get a stop, and
Or
then
another interception
you
like we
go
just
score,
received.
and then get another stop, then you got a chance. So
Well, the game's definitely not over. We definitely are in this
with
thing.
just under 15 total minutes left in the game, we got a
Oh,
chance.
yes, sir.
So Atlanta takes over, right hash mark, ball on the 12, just past the 12-yard line. They are spread out a little bit. 3 wide receivers to the bottom. They hand it. Ball's on the ground.
Wait a second. Oh, that's got to make you mad if you were that guy. I missed his number. I'm sure he was thinking, I wish this would have been mine.
Did somebody call a timeout?
I believe so.
Who was it? Them or us? Well, we're showing 2. They're showing 3. And I think that was the first
I
timeout.
guess so.
Well, I would want that timeout back.
Wouldn't you, though?
Let me just have that ball. I'll give you our timeout. You give me the ball. Make a trade. So, Bears on defense. 1st and 10. Same scenario. Now the timeout's over, though.
Makes me always wonder what that ref down there is telling those guys on that line. Don't get down until I tell you to. I don't know.
I think part of it is making sure.
Number 1 with the carry, but we had 2 Bears on him, number 16 and 7.
And he makes about
Jacoby Crosby and Landon Porter.
He makes about 2 yards. So part of that is making sure if there's substitutions, both sides have time to sub before you can just quick snap it while they're 10 on the field instead of 11 if you're on defense.
I know there's a penalty for too many players. Is there a penalty for not enough?
No, but you got to have a certain
hand it off
number
real
on
quick
the
to
line.
number 1. He's finding a hole.
So again, decent defense at this point. We're stopping the run, but they're making a few yards. So it's going to be
Morgan on that.
It's going to be about 3rd and 3, I'm thinking. So they're spread out again.
Oh, that's not the quarterback back there. That's number 7.
He's
going to
run
keep
it.
it.
That's
He did
right.
it before.
Pistol formation.
They need to follow his glove color because he's got pink gloves on. That'd be the giveaway on that one.
I tell you, the giveaway is even easier than that. If number 7's back there where the quarterback lines up, just follow him.
Just go
get
after
him.
What were they saying earlier? This is a football. Go after the football.
Exactly. So another first down, ball's out to the 29, and we're down to 136. So now they are in a pro set. High
Get off to
snap,
number 1.
hands off to 1, and it's a good tackle there.
That was number 16, Jacoby Crosby.
And
Bears.
and I'm thinking that was number 8 that came in over the top.
Grafton Morgan.
Yeah, and he finished him off, so that was good. Yeah,
They only made 1 yard.
Cooper playing this left end position, and beside him is Jacoby Crosby. So they're kind of anchoring that left side up. You got Maddox Vasquez out here at the cornerback, and he'll be playing 1-on-1 against number 12 there. If they're in a man, they may be in a zone. And so, good defensive play.
Oh my goodness, number 7, Landon Porter just took him down immediately.
He was waiting.
That has to be a loss.
Oh yeah, that's a loss. They're going to move back to the
that
25.
Clock is burning up. We're at 38 seconds. Third.
So they're going to have to run a play before the quarter ends because the play clock will catch them if they don't. It's down to 14, and we're at 22 on the real clock. So he's wanting to throw, and he throws it, and it skips on the ground, incomplete. It would have been enough for a first down, but he underthrew him a little bit. So that brings us to 12.6 seconds left in this third quarter.
That's good defense on the Bears. Look at that. 4th down and 14. They've held them.
Yeah. The defense is playing better. We just needed not to give up that last touchdown right before the half. That 14-7 right now would look a whole lot better. Yeah.
Yes, sir, it would.
But still, a little over a quarter left. So they're going to punt, and they get the punt off.
And the punter is the quarterback, number 0 of the Rabbits.
So that ball goes to the 45.
Started to make a Gladewater roll.
It did.
Rabbits picked it up.
If that was a golf ball and it was giving you a good roll, we'd call that a country club roll. But a good roll, and it starts the Bears at their own 45, which is really good field position to start a drive. And see what they can do.
While we're waiting on them to get this thing ready, do you have any more of those superstitions you might want to tell me about?
Yeah, I do. So one superstition that guys had, if you have to have your ankle wrapped, not because it's hurt, but just because you tape your ankles every week.
Oh, okay.
Like
a boxer in his hand.
Yeah, and so some guys only let one coach wrap their ankles.
Oh.
And I did most of the training, and when Coach Murphy would come out to wrap an ankle, they'd say, "No, Coach. Coach Chenoweth does mine." Well, I can do it. No, you can't do this one. I gotta let Coach Chenoweth wrap my ankle. So
wow, for those watching, number 22, Trevion Watts was not giving up on that.
No,
run. He couldn't find an open, but he kept trying.
And a late flag coming in there on something.
Uh-oh.
So let's see what that is, because he was just almost down when that flag came in. I'd have to think it was maybe on the defense. I don't know, though. Let's see what they call. Typically, if they come in early, it's on the offense. Coming in late, I don't know. I'm just guessing. But he looks like
that superstition must be based on some people tighten it up too much. When that's the end of the third.
Okay.
That's why they're stopping.
Oh, okay. But they got a flag laying down there by that 40 on the top of your screen.
So is it possible they'd be able to turn the clock back to like 2.3 seconds or something?
No, they probably wouldn't do that.
Okay.
But they would. They'll step that penalty off and see. We'll see what it is. But they'll do all that, then they'll switch sides for the quarter.
Gotcha. So they're switching sides now.
So still waiting for that signal, though. I don't know what that penalty was.
About to walk it off.
Yeah, he is.
Something.
I don't know.
What?
So it's going to help the Bears. if that's where he's going to spot the ball. Because now they are on the Atlanta 42.
Okay, I don't know what just happened. Weird.
I know,
wish
but we'll take it. It's 1st and 10.
Absolutely.
So-
First down, move the chains, get us closer to that opposing end zone.
So 1 quarter, we need 2 touchdowns, and we need to play D.
We played some really great defense
And we're moving the ball. We just got to get it
into the
into
end zone.
the orange zone down there.
The orange zone.
Oh,
Look at
good
him.
block.
Look at that. Travion Watts
Okay, so he's down
making
to
that
the
move.
where are they going to spot that? The 42. So that's a 4-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 6. Yeah. So Coach,
Oh, that's a 38.
I'm sorry. I'm looking. I'm counting the wrong way, Avon. I see 40 in that error, and I just added 2. I need to take off 2. 38. Still a 4-yard gain, though.
Yes, sir. 4.
But yeah, Coach Murphy had what he called his miracle wrap for the ankles. But I've seen a lot of different things. We'll talk a little bit more as we get time. Bears with the ball, pro set, wide receivers in. He wants to throw.
Does he's looking? He's
looking.
letting him run. He got what happened?
I don't know. This guy, they were double covered back here, number 11 and number 1 for Atlanta. But there's a question. Luke held the ball, and they actually gave him really good protection that time.
He did, yes.
He had plenty of time to look.
I think something happened during halftime.
Yeah, but I see those yellow shoes sometimes, and if they move, I know it's not a flag. But
definitely stand out. They're very
they
bright.
do. But anyway, so there were guys that would come in, and they always had to have whatever they were having taped start with a new roll of tape. Couldn't use what was
Really?
left over from somebody else's deal. Some guys would carry their tape with them and use the same roll till it was gone, which usually was you get about 2 days out of wrapping an ankle, just lots of different things. Some guys ate a certain thing on game day, always the same thing. All right, Bears in a pro set. Luke back deep. He's looking to throw again.
We've got good defense.
And he's got a
Oh my goodness!
good catch
Did
over
you see
there
that?
by Maddox Vasquez, number 5. And that's going to be a first down to the
Hold on,
25.
something's wrong.
Cramp
Just
or
pulled
ankle.
something. It looks
I
like
don't
the
know.
opposing coach is helping him out because something's bad.
I think he got
I feel
a cramp maybe. Yeah, because when they cramp up, you can't get them out yourself. If it's in your calf, they got to bend those toes back.
when I remember, there was a superstition thing was whenever I was a sophomore and junior, the quarterback of the day, he always got his hair cut.
On game day?
Yeah, game day, I'm getting a haircut. I always remember that.
Well, when I was in high school, on game days, our pregame meal, we had a White's cafeteria in Grand Prairie, and we went up there and ate at White's cafeteria.
Oh man,
About 4 o'clock, play 7:30 or so, and we always most all of us got chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes and gravy. But there's lots of different deals. I've watched some of the shows about the pro players, like they had one with quarterbacks that had Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, and there's another one for the Viking. Anyway, Kirk Cousins, and they all had different little superstitions, especially on game days. But guys they're kind of funny. But Coach Bird was really big on saying it's not a superstition; it's a tradition.
there you go.
So that's how we
true.
didn't have any superstitions. We just had a lot of traditions.
It looks like number 5, Vasquez, made it off the field. He looks like he's feeling a little bit better.
All right, Bears back in a deep set.
On the 27, here we go. Hands it off to 22. Watts, he's got lots of rabbits all over him now.
He does. That's about a yard loss. They give him his forward motion. You know, there you've got to at least time up long enough where there's a crease somewhere, and then their pursuit people they're just pretty fast. I don't
Oh, they are. They definitely
and
got
you
some.
know in practice when you do things, the hardest thing to replicate is the speed of a fast person because your fast guys are probably practicing offense when you need somebody fast on defense to.
Replicate it.
Yeah, exactly. So snap again. He's looking to throw,
Got somebody broke through. Can't even see it with it.
and it is intercepted. Pass intended for Brayson Woods, and intercepted by number 11 for the Jackrabbits at the 4 or 5 yard line.
And again, we don't have a roster for the Rabbits. We never got one, so we do apologize to Atlanta. But we're definitely going to call out those numbers for you guys. I'm sure home team knows who's who.
Yeah, we could. I see an old Dangerfield Tiger from the first game.
call him some other number or
Yeah,
name.
we could make
I'm
up
sure
some
that would be
names.
very funny.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be funny to Atlanta, and I don't blame them.
I would.
But you know, we always say we pull hard for the Bears, but we do acknowledge athleticism
Absolutely.
and great plays by both sides because that's what sportsmanship is about. But you know, we like our Bears and we like to see them win, but some games are better than others, you know. But right now, the Atlanta Rabbits taking over on their own 5, and they hand it to number 1,
Goes.
and
About
he's
to
got
put
a
it in
little
overdrive.
crease, and he's got close to a first down.
I'm sure at this point, if you were Atlanta, you would probably tell them, do not stop the clock.
I would run that ball every time. Now,
That's
I
the
say
smart thing
that
to do.
if I needed to pass it to keep a drive alive, certainly I would. But I'd let number 1 run it a lot because he's fast, he's
quick.
elusive. Number 7's not bad. They've got some good athletes.
Absolutely.
But anyway, their wide receivers are up top, and they've got 2 receivers in tight at the bottom of your screen. And he's throwing the little quick hitch, and his own man kind of knocks him down. After he throws a block, the guy trips up on him and goes out of bounds, but he makes a few yards. Let's see where they spot that. It's about a 7-yard gain, more than I thought, Avon. So again, they throw the little hitch pass. We haven't been on the red zone tonight.
We
I
have
see
not. I'm just pulling that
Avon's
up. We're
pulling
going
it
to
up.
give everybody a little quick update on 3A scores here. At Tatum and White Oak. Tatum 21, White Oak 0, second quarter. Got Harmony and Lone Oak. Harmony 7, Lone Oak 0.
Okay, they just ran the ball again to number 1 up the middle, and it's a first down at the 25. So they're kind of doing what we knew they would do.
Exactly what they do, yep. It's a smart ball.
What is Mount Vernon and Malakoff?
That is Malakoff 28, Mount Vernon 0.
Malakoff is really good. I haven't seen him, but I've seen highlights on when I get home on the red zone. But
New Diana is having a heck of a year.
They are.
New Diana is just crushed ARP at 0, 20-0. Game's not over yet, but
okay, now
they've got some
number
explosive
10 in that lone tailback position running the ball, and he makes maybe 3. So that's going to be a second and about 7. And we're running clock at 8:36 and going, and so they're really they're utilizing their clock. They're going to let that play clock get down close to 0 before they snap the ball, and we have 2 timeouts. They have 3, so we don't necessarily need to use ours at 8 minutes, but they're going to make us use some to stop the clock if they hold the ball. Okay, high snap, handoff to number 10, and he is short of the first down.
16.
Oh, is that 16? Yes,
16
it is. Thank you. You have the binoculars, so you
Yeah,
can
I
see
do.
that better
I've got
than
your-
my moving, flashing 6. But it's going to be 3rd and 1. Ball is on the 34.
Well, this is a big hold right here if we could hold them.
Yeah. So
That should force a
a
kick.
turnover here down close would be so good, Avon.
Oh yeah.
Because you're sitting on 7.5 minutes. You get a quick score, then
Oh
you got a
nope.
chance to get another
Not
one.
the quarterback is not who's out. It's 7.
He's going to run it.
You know he is. He is. That's
Yep.
exactly what he did. Look at him juke on that ball. Wow, that was impressive.
Well, he was hit 3 times. He's still kind of running, but when he's hit, he just spins.
twists. He just spins around. Impressive.
Reminds me of that little dog my father-in-law had called Twister. There's a reason they called him that. They didn't carry a football, but my wife said he could twist around. So 1st and 10 from the 37, and they are letting that clock run. We're down to 6:55. But they really are letting their play clock. They're going to snap this ball with,
Nothing left.
well, no, it's just down to 15 seconds. They're letting it run a
Yeah,
little bit now.
he's looking at it.
I
Quarterback's out there, number 0 for the Rabbit. Well, that's got to be intense because the Bears are just on edge. Oh, and number 1 again.
Yeah, and he gained 6 yards. I never did. If I'm going to let the clock run, the play clock, I didn't like them at the line in their stance.
Bowed up, there you go.
Yeah, because they'll jump, which kind of defeats your purpose. Or it's hard just to be still that long.
Right.
So I would stay huddled like they are now, and then with 10 seconds left, get up there, snap it on 2 seconds, and then nobody's tensed up or.
The one thing they don't get this.
So now they're doing that. There's 6 seconds left now, and they're going to snap it at about 2 or 3. 2.
Hands it to number 6 of the Rabbits.
And he's going to run a ways. Yep, it's a touchdown.
He's gone.
So that was a really good run, and it was not a. I don't know how to say this.
He just got loose.
I was going to say it was not like a long pass where you're trying to score. It was just a good called running play that he happened to run well and score. But then I didn't want to say that because you really design every play to be a touchdown if everybody does their job,
Yes, sir. Right.
But my point is they're not running the score up by running that play. So I guess that's how I should have said it to start with.
Yeah. That wasn't their objective, but whenever he got free, I'm sure he was like, I'm going all the way.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, there's their kick. It looks good from here.
See? Yes, sir. PAT good.
So 28-7.
That's hard to come back from at this late in the game with 5 minutes and 36 seconds left in the 4th. Unless you've got a team that can just air the ball a lot. And we've seen Gladewater be able to do that.
We've seen it.
It's just that most of the plays have been mostly run plays.
Right.
And when they did throw a pass to Brayson, that one got intercepted. They had really good defense on it. So they're going to do another squib kick, or you think they're going to?
I think they'll just kick. They'll kick it deep, make us go a long ways. They did have a box of Halloween candy down there.
They did, and it was. Was really good.
I was gonna go back and get a little.
Some of those.
They had a little Kit Kat.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna grab a Kit Kat, and I got up here and sat down, started talking, and forgot about it.
There'll be some left on the way out.
We're gonna check. All right, deep kick, caught inside the 10, about the 7-yard line, and he's coming up the sideline, and that was
28, I think.
21. I think it was Carson Cooper. I can't tell for sure. Well, that would be
Marion Minter.
Is it 28?
Sophomore.
Okay, yeah, I see him coming off now.
Sophomore and juniors.
Well, we said early in the year we're really a pretty young team, and those guys.
There are definitely some seniors that are out there that will be missed.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Bears have wide receivers top and bottom, and they're looking to throw quick.
Quick
Number
pass to number
4. Oh,
4.
good run.
Look at that. He's making some yardage, Sam, right down the center
Now,
field.
that was a really good example of just throwing a hitch and then running inside to the open territory right up the middle.
Oh, got to wrap it down. He's getting up.
And we
Not
got
too quick.
number 4 limping too. He may be on the verge of a cramp. But you know, this time of year normally it's a little cooler than it, even though it's cool tonight, 69, 70 degrees. It's still not what I would call cold weather. So anyway,
That was a great run by number 4, Jason Harris, the Bears. Catching.
Avon, we just got a deal popped up on my phone. I'll tell you in a second.
He's looking to throw up top. Keep there,
And he's throwing deep, and oh my goodness,
another
interception.
Probably the same guy, number 7, and he is scrambling. He wants. Oh, we got.
There's a
paint
flag.
all over the dirt.
There's a flag, and I'm thinking it might be a bad block.
All right, so while that's happening, let me hear it.
So Clint Thomas, one of my former players, he and his brother, I coached both of them, good guys. He gave us a compliment here.
Oh, okay.
And it just popped up on my phone. Said I really enjoy listening. Sam Chenoweth and my buddy Avon announce these games.
Well, I really appreciate
Well, Clint,
that.
we like hearing that, but we sure do have a good time doing it, and we like those to see some of those comments and texts. And how many viewers we got tuned in tonight?
At the
Avon?
moment, it says 184.
Last home game we had pretty good number,
About
didn't
200.
it? Yeah.
I think that's about our average now. The most it's ever got during COVID, I want to say that we got up close to like 1,000.
Yeah,
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was crazy.
But,
But this is a good. I mean, if you look out there in the field of the stands, that's probably 100 and something people. I don't know if it's 184.
Yeah. Oh, it's more than yeah. But anyway, so I know there are some alumni and former player Bears that listen to us, and I was in the bank today and got a comment from Mandy Wood that they listen sometimes, her and Chris, and so anyway, it's a fun thing to do, and again, we love our Bears and we like them to win. Right now, Atlanta just a little hitch pass and run it, and they make, I think, about 11 yards because it looks like they're moving the chains. We're down to 4:43. Again, Rabbits 3 timeouts. Bears have 2 left. And at some point, rather than let them burn the clock, they're going to have to try to stop it. But at 28-7, we don't want to say something's impossible. But it gets harder with each second that goes off the clock
Yes, it does.
to be able to come back. So, Atlanta's still running their basic offense, spread wide or stacked up on one side and pitching to the ball to their backs and let them run. So I think this looks like a throwing formation.
Yeah, I think number 7's going to.
Yeah. They like to get it. They know whose hands to get it into.
Oh, high snap. They gave it to number 6.
And he was the lone setback. And he makes, we're going to call it 3 yards, which is going to bring us up to 2nd and 7. So Bears, they're still hustling, still trying to find a way to get a turnover or get a ball. I see them swipe at the ball some, which that's always got to be in the back of your mind.
Absolutely, I need that.
Exactly. I want
is
that
a
thing.
football.
Yeah,
Get it.
I want it. So 7 down here at the bottom of your screen, split out wide. Got a receiver at the top. He
Off
just
the 16.
And that's just
Bears aren't letting him go.
no, they're not. That's just a zone dive to their running back. Nothing fancy, and they make another 2 yards. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6, it looks like. So now down to 3:04 and counting. And they're doing a pretty good job. The play clock is down to 11 seconds. And so they're managing their clock well, not giving us a chance to get the ball back. So you got to
Well,
give
we
them.
would end up doing the same thing. Looks like a timeout here.
Yeah. There was a little confusion. They may be playing some guys but I still see some starters in there. So, they finally used a timeout, which helps us. So 2 timeouts apiece left at 2:44. So this really has seemed like it's 9:15.
Fast game.
This
Real
been a
fast.
fast game. So
I got a good one for you. I'm sure you've heard of smoked Greenberg turkeys.
yes, I have.
Did you know that they supposedly only do one little real advertising piece, Tyler paper? Everything else has been.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have eaten Greenberg turkeys. They've been around a long time. I had a summer job one time working for an air conditioning guy, 2 summers actually, and we actually did some work on Greenberg turkey stuff.
Really?
But they didn't have any frozen turkey stored up. It was the off season, unfortunately. But yeah, their turkeys are awesome. I love them.
Number 0. Oh, that's a pass there. Look at that. Oh, did he actually catch that?
Yep, I think he
Unreal.
did. So now,
Uh-oh. He ain't feeling good, though.
now see,
He's hurt.
all right,
He was limping earlier, it looked like. Number
yeah.
12 of the Rabbits.
Here's my deal.
Bench.
There's 2:36 left, and I know they throw the ball.
But that was like a Hail Mary. That was a
It
launch.
kind of was. So,
That just a dig in?
huh?
That just a dig in?
Well, I mean, it can be perceived that way. But I saw one time. Here's my point. When I was coaching at West Rusk, we were playing Gilmer, and I'll tell you in a second. So Atlanta breaks their huddle. 2 wide receivers, top and bottom. 1 back, 1 quarterback set deep. Motion, and they hand it to
he
the
quick
motion
pitches
man.
it to 5.
He cuts
and
it.
this guy is
He's fast.
Twister, like he was talking about before.
Yeah, and they're having a hard. They got him wrapped up, but they can't get him down. Everybody's up high
Good
on him.
gravy.
I think
No
he's.
way to get really injured.
I think he's down now. But we were playing Gilmer, and we were West Rusk. We were the 2nd smallest 3A in the state back in that day, and we were in the district with Gilmer and Gladewater, and so Gilmer was going to the playoffs that year, and we played them late, like I want to say 9th or 10th ball game, so somewhere in there. It was the second half of the season, and with a minute and something left, they still had their starting wingback in there carrying the ball on a little wingback trap, and one of my defensive tackles tackled him, clean hit,
Right?
and the kid fell on the ground, broke his collarbone,
Delay a game.
and so.
I'm down.
So
1 minute, 20 seconds left.
so the coach was a friend of mine, in coaching ranks.
Yeah.
You play against him,
I'm
but
sure that
you're
happened.
still friends. And he was complaining, said, "Well, dang, my starting wingback broke his collarbone." I said, "Coach, you're winning 20-6 against us with less than 2 minutes left. Why you got him in there? Get him out, let him rest, let another kid play." Anyway, I had no sympathy on him, but I mean, they were obviously better than we were, and they were going to win with it late in the game. But at that game, it was 6-0 at halftime, and the Gilmer fans gave us a standing ovation as we walked into the dressing room for halftime,
Oh,
because
wow.
we weren't supposed to even be close to them.
Hmm.
But so there are times when you protect your kids for the playoffs or whatever, and let some of those guys that practice hard every day, let them get a little game time. So they're throwing
Right.
deep again, and that one is
That's an interception right there. Right?
Nope, they're calling it incomplete. He's down, but he thought it was. Our guy did. So now there's 113. Let's see what happens here. So, which and a lot of times too, as fans, you have in the playoff system who makes it where you're seated. Sometimes if there's ties,
Wild
then
card style stuff.
and there's point spread. Who beat who by? You got
Oh,
the same
right.
records, but we beat that team by 8. Y'all only beat them by 6, so we should be ranked higher than y'all. And that may be a touchdown. It is.
Oh, flag on the play.
Well, there's a flag, but there's a touchdown signal too. So depends who the flag is against. So that was just a running play in there, but there are times when a coach will get another touchdown to give him an advantage if there's a tie somewhere or point spread that has to be looked at to figure out the seeds for where you go in the playoffs. So anyway, there's a lot of things that the average fan doesn't consider or know about um, that got to be considered on a Friday or Saturday night during a game. But I know it's a great game. I love to watch it. I've got the teams I like, but I do like that you got Saturday college games, you got some Sunday games, you got a Monday night football, and if you got prime, you got Thursday night football. Texans played Thursday. I didn't stay with them because I wanted to watch another show, but they didn't look as good as they have been, and Green Bay didn't look very. I mean, Green Bay. I'm thinking of Aaron Rodgers. I'm not used. And he's with the Jets, so they still had green on.
Oh, right.
But he's not looking as good as he's been, and the Jets are not as good. But it was a close game, but it wasn't because they were both great teams. It was just they were pretty evenly matched that night. But I do like the Texans and, of course, the Cowboys. And I like the Chiefs just because of the East Texas connection and Texas Tech with their quarterback. But, I used to watch. I got tired of counting how many games I watched when I was a coach, counting scouting film
Oh,
and
Lord.
all that. I mean, it was a tremendous amount of games, and usually a notepad and a pen in hand, taking notes and charting things. But when Friday night came, if I was up in the box or on the field, if it was 3rd and 2 on the 18-yard line in the red zone on the right hash, and they were in a certain formation, I usually knew what their favorite play was. And that's a big deal to being able to stop somebody. So that penalty had to be on Gladewater because they're kicking off from the Gladewater 45. So it was probably a late hit or unsportsmanlike or something. But anyway, they're going to kick off. They may kick that now the end zone. Who knows?
But he'll try for it.
Yeah, and it's going to be in the end zone, and they're going to let it go out. It lands in the backyard of the end zone and rolls out.
1 minute and 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gladewater Bears 7, Atlanta Rabbits 35.
So the Bears have 107 and 2 timeouts to move the ball from the 25-yard line. So they got to make 75 yards.
It's possible. We saw that last drive of the Bears was really good.
We've seen it done before. So I'm not going to leave early. I think I'm going to stay and see how they do on this last drive. They got 2 timeouts, and so they are lined up in the I, and it is a handoff to the tailback.
Trevion White to the Bears.
And he makes 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. Clock is running, 50 seconds. You might want to look at one of them timeouts. I don't know. I mean, there's 2 schools of thought. You're saying, well, it's 28-7. Let's let it run. But,
35 seconds.
There's just a competitiveness in me. I'm going to use all those timeouts.
Oh, that's right.
They don't carry over into next week.
They don't carry over. It's like sick days at work.
Yeah. Now, when I retired, I had 188 sick days.
Did you? Oh
Yeah,
my God!
they had a reimbursement day, so I got paid a little bit for
Wow!
47 of them, but I still had 141 days.
Wow!
That's
That
almost a
is
whole year of
insane.
school.
Yeah. Well, now it'd have been.
How many days do they go now?
We, you'd be disgusted if I told you.
No, I would.
So Gladewater moved to a
I
4 day,
know.
and I calculated it up. Oh, they're wrapping it up. I'll tell you off the line.
Okay. Well, they're shaking hands again. A good, hard fought, clean played game. 28 or 35-7 final score, and we wish the Rabbits well if they are able to get in the playoffs. I don't
It
know.
definitely got some speed.
I
for
don't know
sure.
what this does to Gladewater's chances, but it doesn't help them. I do know that. So thank y'all for tuning in. This will complete our
2024 Gladewater Bears season.
yeah
Football.
our YouTube live stream cast. What do we call it, Avon? Live stream
The live
broadcast.
stream.
Anyway, we enjoy doing it. We thank every viewer for turning in, and keep up with the Bears and support their other sports. And then
Thanks for the shout out, Clint.
yeah, and then we will see y'all hopefully next season. Thanks again.